guys, and welcome to Aradia Alchemy. In today's video, we are going to talk about effortless manifestation. I actually have a challenge about effortless manifestation on my Patreon. If you want to participate this week on the challenge, let's manifest things effortlessly, including your specific person, tons of money, and all this jazz, check it out. It's on my Patreon, and over there I have a almost like half an hour video when I go through with this concept of effortless manifestation, what to do, what type of affirmation to say, my experience, because obviously remember that these videos are only coming from my experience. So big disclaimer, take only what resonates with you and never allow anybody to give you limiting beliefs or assumptions that don't sit well with you, because I work with what works for me and it's obvious, and I don't have all the knowledge in the universe. I don't want to be like that. I can only give you my experience, and that's what we do on this channel, okay? And this is why I talk also about other YouTubers that I like, and I give credit to them because everybody can help us out through their personal experience, okay? Because there is nothing that you can't do, okay? But in my opinion, there is nothing that you can't do. However, there is a way of manifesting that should be effortless. So without affirming all day long, without stressing into every single piece of detail about your specific person or about a person in general. So what can we do? And I talked about it in that Patreon video more specifically. And by the way, if you want to know the science behind the law of assumption, I have a course dedicated to that, and also to manifesting like a pro, really. And the link is down below on my Etsy shop. You can watch the replay to my webinar, which is a course about the science of behind the law of assumption and the law of assumption in general. But with that being said, DM coaching also is down below, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so with that being said, I want to talk about manifesting effortlessly, but I think I'm going to entitle the video, Yes, You Can Manifest with Daydreaming. So, okay, let me break down this BS, of so many people, and a little bit also Neville Goddard. And I'm sorry, but I think that Neville had his own limiting beliefs, and that is not hating on the guy. That's just saying that he was human, okay? But I do not at all agree with Neville Goddard on this one, because it's not true. It's not true what he's saying, because he was saying that daydreaming is different from visualization. That's not true. I manifested more with daydreaming than with specific manifestation. Now, it works both ways, to be honest, but I'm going to explain to you why what Neville said is true and what I'm saying is also true, okay? And also, Florence Chauvel-Shin is agreeing with me, is saying that daydreaming actually works, and it is a way to manifest effortlessly, and this is what I specifically want to talk about on this video. So let's take a little bit what Neville says. Neville is saying something that is correct in and of itself. So he's saying that just wishing for things doesn't do the trick. That just daydreaming long scenes and long movies might not manifest efficiently in the subconscious, okay? And so what is suggesting, in order to manifest exactly what you want, so very consciously, very focused, like, he's saying to create an event, a specific scene that implies that you already have what you want to have. So something that has happened after the manifestation, like a friend congratulating you and your specific person in 5 years from now, and things like that, and to focus only on that scene repeatedly over and over and over and over again. Now, I have done this Neville technique, and this is something that I do suggest to use for every single beginner, and I was amazed at the result. And also, Neville is saying to see yourself in first person and to bring all the feelings of reality to the imaginative act. Now, I have done exactly what Neville said, and like I said before, I was shocked at the results, because I literally created the exact scene that I saw in my mind, whether it was a text message, exact text message, whether it was an actual event. I created the exact event that Neville describes as manifestation. Literally, he's saying to create the exact event, to bring all the vividness of the feelings in the imaginative act, and to create a specific scene. Totally true. I'm not saying it's not true. It's true. It happens. It happened to me all the time. I created exactly what I've envisioned in my mind. However, I do not agree with him when he's saying that daydreaming, it doesn't work. It does as well. It does as well. I think that visualizing in the way that Neville says is very positive and good and effortless when you're doing it for specific things, such as, let's say that you want a specific amount of money. I always do what Neville says, because if I want a specific amount of money, it's effortless to me to close my eyes and see the bank account statement that implies that I have that money. Or me buying something that implies that I already have that money. That's just such a single act of imagination that is so effortless and so easy to do. Totally, 100%, I agree with Neville. If I want a specific text message, for sure, 100% that works. However, if I am creating other things like an entire life, or an entire life, or the love of my life, or whatever, it might be very hard to constantly focus on a specific event, even a friend congratulating you. Now, the friend advice of like seeing someone congratulating you for your happy relationship, I think that's the easiest thing to do, and I do agree with Neville. If you want to do effortlessly, 100%, just imagine your friend saying, oh my God, I'm so happy that you are in this relationship, is the easiest thing. But let's say that, for instance, you want to fantasize and be happy about it, because imagination is freaking fun. You want to be happy about visualizing you being with your specific person or with love. You want to visualize sitting on the couch or going to the movies or taking trips together. Let's be realistic. You cannot always do a specific scene that has all the vividness and all this emphasis that Neville goes on about. You just cannot. You want to have fun with it. And I actually think that if you're stressing out about creating the specific scene or affirming too much, you are creating tons of resistance, which is absolutely not necessary. So what is the best way that also Florence agrees with? If I can find the quote, I'm going to read it for you. In order to manifest, and guys, this has worked out for me better than anything else, okay? And I have videos, so many videos about this. I said it's been years that I've been saying this technique, which is daydreaming. Like literally the best things that I have created in my life. Like I just participated. I always dreamed, okay, to participate to the fashion week, no matter in Paris, Milano, does not matter. I was watching Sex and the City when I was a little girl, and I was imagining myself going to these fashion shows with the best dresses ever. What my favorite stylist, which is Cavalli, by the way, and I was imagining being in front row with my friends, like in Sex and the City, drinking champagne and watching the models on the runway. That was like a big dream of mine, okay? But I have never done a specific manifestation about it, and I have never for once not even affirmed for it. The only thing that I have done throughout my life was listening to music, taking a walk, or just laying down in bed and having so much fun visualizing. I don't even remember whether I visualized in first person, third person, I don't know, but I've imagined just having fun and being in that fashion show and having people taking pictures of me and feeling like I'm in Sex in the City, okay? Now, I wasn't obsessed about this particular manifestation, and neither I was obsessed with having it in short time. So if you are particularly obsessed in manifesting on a time crunch, 100%, then go with the technique that Neville is suggesting, because the technique that Neville is suggesting to create a particular scene and stick with that through repetition, rather than a long movie where you're just having fun, manifest itself a lot quicker. That I have to agree with you. So, but if you want to do it effortlessly, and you know that because your imaginative acts do create always, and you trust me a little bit, do this instead of obsessing. So I was just having fun, listening to music, imagining that I was here and there. Do you know what happened this year? Out of the blue, because I have collaborated in Italy with this friend of mine that my dad introduced me first. She's an amazing woman, super generous, amazing woman. She used to be, and she is still, a top model in Italy for Armani and for big brands. She's absolutely gorgeous and amazing, because she's also into spirituality. She contacted me to do a program with her on Instagram talking about spirituality and spiritual topics, which I loved and adored. And I absolutely said yes to that. And because of my friendship with her, she invited me to the fashion week in Milano, where she had to, present some clothes. She had to be there. And then on top of that, because she couldn't be there every single day, she introduced me to this amazing woman that is the owner of a luxury magazine in the United States that was there for the fashion week. And she took me, this woman, everywhere with her at every presentation and at every show of the fashion week, because she wanted to have companionship. And she was such a sweetheart. I was at the fashion week with amazing, strong, inspirational women having so much fun. I was sitting in the first row of a show where photographers were taking pictures of me all the time, complimenting me all the time. It was an amazing experience, and I had a Roberto Cavalli dress throughout, like various Roberto Cavalli dresses throughout the fashion show. And this very amazing, sweet woman, she told me, oh, do you want to come to Paris with me in September for the other fashion week? We're definitely going to remain in touch, and I'm going to bring you in other shows. This all happened because of my daydreaming, because of my imaginative act. I didn't have to ask anybody to get to the fashion week. I didn't have to pay anybody. I didn't have to lift a finger. It just manifested through people, because it always manifests to people, and it manifested in the best way possible because I didn't have to fake it until I make it. I was with amazing women, strong, amazing, passionate, inspirational, beautiful women. I felt strong and powerful and so good with them. It was an amazing experience, and I am so grateful because it happened in the most effortless way possible. And this is just a tiny example, the most recent example of my manifestation. So let's break it down for you guys so we can manifest effortlessly. If you feel stressed about affirming right now, if you feel stressed about visualizing with the theta state or visualizing in a state of akin to sleep, you just feel stressed about it. You feel obsessed. You feel in a state of lack. You feel that your specific person is not coming. You feel that love is not coming. You feel money is not coming. The experiences that you want are not coming. Stop it. Stop it right now. I want you to create your own rules, guys. I want you to be free. I want you to manifest effortlessly. Just say, my self-concept is amazing. I don't have to work on this. I am a master manifester. Everything that I want always comes to me effortlessly. And then I want you to take a playlist or create it for yourself. Listen to positive music that you love and adored and inspired you to create visual images. For some of you, you're not going to be able to create visual images. Don't freak out. I just want you to listen to music. Think at the very least, if you cannot create visual, or catch the mood and the feeling of anything that is divinely mine will be mine, and I already have it. And just walk down the street, and you don't have to do this constantly. Do it only when you want to do it, of course, effortlessly. But just daydream. Daydream freely, without rules, without first person, third person. Does not matter. Drag the movie for fucking 3 hours if that is what you want to do. Just dream. Just open your mind and dream. Dream and have fun. And liberate yourself from all these rules and affirmations and constraints and stories. Free them all. Stop watching videos about it. Free them all. And just have fun with your imagination, with the knowingness in your heart that this is law. This is universal law. And what you imagine is bond to manifest into your actuality. If you imagine with fun, lightheartedness, you don't worry, not even for a second, this thing is not going to come, because you got to trust me, okay? You got to trust Florence, you got to trust Neville. If you just dream, because you are God and you can imagine and you can create things from imagination. If you keep the focus on that direction out of fun and joyfulness and light with the music, and that can help you out, lift your spirit, it's bond to manifest into actualization. This is law. It's like the law of gravity. You're born to walk on earth straight and not flying necessarily. Thank God for certain extent. This is law. it is going to manifest, but you need to remove the resistance from it. And the only way, in my opinion, or the best way, the only way, it's not true, but the best way to remove resistance is to just do it because it's fun to imagine, okay? Like Walt Disney once said, if you can dream it, you can do it. So dream away and forget the fucking rules. So just dream away, forget the fucking self-concept, forget the fucking coaches, forget about it. Dream and listen to music, okay? So I wanted to do this video, and with my examples as well, I can make further success stories that I have from imagining by daydreaming. And I just wanted to make a video about manifesting effortlessly and debunk the fact that daydreaming is not manifestation. Daydreaming is not manifestation. If you daydream and then you go back into your consciousness, and 1 second after you say, oh, that was silly for me, this is never going to happen. This is what the majority of people do when they daydream. They daydream, but then they are not aware that their imagination creates, and they start worrying. If you do this, sure, daydreaming is not going to work. But if you daydream knowing that it's yours and knowing that, fuck, this is going to definitely happen, it will manifest. So I hope this helps you out, guys. I'm pretty rebellious, so I love to break down things that I don't agree with and just break it down through my own personal experiment and experience. If you guys want to know more about the law, Patreon, webinar replay down below, my DM coachings are down below, and tarot readings are also down below. I hope you really enjoyed this video, and I really hope that you're going to have so much fun with your daydreaming today and manifest everything that you want effortlessly. I love you guys, and see you on the next video.